We spend our 20s chasing what we think matters: fancy job titles, Instagram worthy experiences, and the perfect relationship. But in your 30s, something shifts. The game changes completely. Your 30s aren't about checking boxes anymore. They're about building foundations that actually matter while you still have the energy and runway to make significant changes. It's when you realize that compound interest applies to every area of your life, not just your finances. Here's what nobody tells you: most people waste their 30s optimizing for the wrong things. They focus on climbing ladders, leading to walls they don't want to scale. What actually matters in your 30s isn't what society tells you should matter. It's what will matter to you when you're 40, 50, or 80 years old looking back. It's what compounds over time, rather than what feels good in the moment. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what actually matters in your 30s, from finances to relationships to health to time, without the usual nonsense. No inspirational quotes, no celebrity case studies, no hustle culture propaganda. Just practical wisdom that you wish someone had told you years ago. Chapter 1: Financial Foundations That Actually Matter. Your 30s are prime time for making financial moves that will echo for decades to come. This window of opportunity won't stay open forever. What really matters? Starting retirement savings. Not later, but right now. The person who starts investing at 35 has to save nearly twice as much per month as the person who started at 25 to reach the same amount at 65. It's not about being rich. It's about giving your future self options. Consider this. If you invest $500 monthly starting at age 30 versus age 40, the difference by age 65 isn't just 10 years of contributions. It's often hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's not hyperbole. That's mathematics. The 1% improvement rule applies powerfully to finances. Small adjustments, automating an extra 1% to savings each month, reducing fees by 0.5%, improving investment returns slightly, don't just add up over decades. They compound exponentially, creating massive divergence in outcomes. What doesn't matter? The brand of your car, keeping up with friends' lifestyles, or even your exact investment returns in the short term. We obsess over getting an extra 1% return while ignoring the 15% we're not saving at all. We'll spend hours researching a $200 purchase, but won't take 20 minutes to set up automatic investments. Isn't that fascinating? It's like researching the best umbrella while your roof has a massive hole. What matters is understanding the power of compound interest now. A dollar saved in your 30s can be worth $10 to $15 in retirement. Your biggest ally isn't a hot stock tip. It's time. And time is the one resource you can never get back. Establishing a Roth IRA in your 30s creates a tax-free growth machine that will serve you for decades. The tax advantages become increasingly valuable as your wealth grows. It's like planting a tree that grows tax-free fruit for the rest of your life. Being your own financial planner matters more than most realize. No one cares about your money more than you do. Taking time to understand basic investment principles isn't just about saving advisor fees. It's about gaining the confidence to make decisions aligned with your specific life goals. The most important financial question in your 30s isn't, how can I get rich quickly? But rather, what small, consistent actions can I take that will compound over decades? Chapter 2: Career Moves That Actually Matter. In your 20s, career success often means impressive titles or working for recognizable companies. But in your 30s, something fundamental changes. Define career success on your own terms, not society's. Is it flexibility, impact, creativity, income, alignment with values? There's no universal right answer, but there is a right answer for you. Look at the people a decade ahead on the path you're considering. Do they seem fulfilled? Do they have the life balance you want, the compensation you desire, the impact you crave? Your future self is watching your choices today. Taking calculated career risks while you still have recovery time matters enormously. The biggest career regrets come from risks not taken, not from failures experienced. Your 30s provide a perfect blend of credibility and runway. You have enough experience to be taken seriously, but still have decades to pivot if needed. It's the career sweet spot for meaningful experimentation. We avoid career risks out of fear, forgetting that staying in a misaligned role is itself a massive risk, a risk to our well being, growth, and long term fulfillment. It's like avoiding the ocean because you might drown while slowly dehydrating in the desert. Pursuing a side hustle that aligns with your passions isn't just about extra income. It's about creating optionality and developing skills in a low risk environment. Develop skills that will remain valuable in a changing economy. Not just technical skills, but human skills, communication, judgment, empathy, and critical thinking. These appreciate over time, while many technical skills depreciate. Finding work that aligns with your ikigai, where passion meets purpose, transforms Monday mornings from a source of dread to a source of energy. It's not about loving every minute, but about serving something that matters to you. Building a professional network before you urgently need it makes all the difference. The best time to build relationships is when you don't need anything. Your career isn't a straight line, but a constellation. Each point of light connects to create something meaningful, even when the individual moves seemed random. The question isn't whether you're on the right path, but whether you're extracting the right lessons, connections, and growth from whatever path you're on. Chapter 3: Relationships that actually matter. We enter our 30s with a collection of relationships, some by choice, some by circumstance. Now comes the great curation. Quality over quantity in relationships. The research is clear. Close connections are the single biggest predictor of happiness across your lifetime. Not money, not achievements, relationships. The Harvard study of adult development tracked people for over 80 years and found something profound. The people who were most satisfied with their relationships at age 50 were the healthiest at age 80. Your social connections are quite literally a matter of life and death. You've probably noticed your social circle naturally contracting in your 30s. That's not something to fight. It's something to lean into with intention. Learning your partner's love language isn't just relationship advice fluff. It's about efficiency and connection. Understanding how to make the people you care about actually feel cared for, in the way that registers most deeply for them. We laugh about having no time for friends in our 30s, yet we'll spend hours scrolling through the highlight reels of people we barely knew in high school. It's like complaining about being hungry while throwing away groceries. Having more patience, especially with parents as roles begin to shift, becomes increasingly valuable. The parent-child dynamic evolves in your 30s, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Spending quality time with good friends to deepen bonds pays dividends that no career achievement can match. The conversations that matter aren't scheduled in 30-minute increments. They unfold in unhurried space. Invest in relationships that reciprocate your energy. The friendships where you can pick up exactly where you left off, even after months. The partnerships where both people choose each other daily, not just initially. Making time for meaningful connection without digital distractions becomes a radical act. We've normalized the constant interruption of our deepest moments. Learning to let go of unfulfilling relationships isn't a failure, it's growth. It creates space for connections that truly nourish you. The most important relationship question in your 30s isn't, how can I please everyone? But, who are my people and am I investing in them accordingly? Chapter 4: Health Habits That Actually Matter. In your 20s, health often seems like an infinite resource you can borrow against indefinitely. But in your 30s, you start getting the first statements from that debt. Create sustainable health habits rather than crash programs. The 30-day challenge you hate every minute of achieves far less than the simple daily habit you can maintain for years. Your body is keeping score in your 30s. It's still forgiving, but it's definitely taking notes. We'll research the perfect workout split or diet plan for weeks, then abandon it after days. Meanwhile, a daily 10-minute walk, maintained for years, will transform your health more profoundly than the perfect program followed sporadically. Address mental health proactively before crisis points. Your psychological resilience impacts everything: your work, relationships, physical health, and how you move through the world. Sleep becomes non negotiable in your 30s. It's the foundation everything else is built upon. The most important health question in your 30s isn't, how can I look like an Instagram model? But rather, what small, consistent habits can I maintain that will serve me for decades? Chapter 5: Mindset Shifts That Actually Matter. Our 20s often trap us in fixed mindsets about who we are and what we're capable of. But your 30s are prime territory for the great mindset revolution. Develop a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. The belief that you can develop your abilities through dedication and hard work creates resilience and possibilities your fixed mindset self couldn't imagine. Learning to say no without guilt or explanation becomes essential. It's the single most powerful tool for creating the life you actually want. We'll read books about setting boundaries while saying yes to things we resent for years. It's like studying nutrition while eating fast food for every meal and wondering why nothing changes. The key is shedding the negative habits, toxic relationships, and self-limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Your 30s are the perfect time to identify patterns that have followed you for a decade and actively choose different ones. Embracing failure as learning rather than defining yourself by it transforms everything. The willingness to fail is directly proportional to your capacity for growth. The most important mindset question in your 30s isn't, how can I be perfect? But, how can I be perfectly imperfect while continuing to grow? Your 30s are a turning point, and so is this. Join our YouTube membership for exclusive perks like early access to scripts, input on future topics about productivity, and connect with a like-minded community that gets it. Click join below and let's build your easier, more intentional life together. Chapter 6: Time Management That Actually Matters. Time feels different in your 30s. The days get longer, but the years get shorter. Understand the difference between urgent and important. Most people spend their 30s trapped in urgent but unimportant tasks, neglecting the important but non-urgent activities that create real value over time. Time affluence, the feeling of having enough time, becomes more valuable than money. Yet we sacrifice it constantly for things that don't actually improve our lives. We complain about being busy while reflexively filling every moment with distraction. It's like complaining about being broke while shopping online every night. A curious contradiction we rarely examine. Create white space in your schedule for creativity and rest. Your most valuable insights and deepest joys emerge not from cramming more in, but from allowing space for emergence. Setting boundaries around your time becomes an act of self-respect. Because how you spend your days is ultimately how you spend your life. The most important time question in your 30s isn't, how can I do more? But, how can I focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest? Chapter 7: Lifestyle Choices. Society bombards us with messages about what a successful 30s lifestyle should look like. But there's a profound difference between an impressive life and a good one. Creating a home that feels peaceful and organized is essential. Not Instagram perfect, but a genuine sanctuary that supports rather than drains you. Prioritizing travel and experiences while you have fewer commitments pays dividends. Not because they look good online, but because they expand who you are. We postpone meaningful experiences for someday while enduring daily environments that subtly drain our energy. It's like saving all your favorite clothes for a special occasion that never comes. Treat your digital life as carefully as your physical one. The information diet you consume shapes your thoughts, emotions, and ultimately your life more than most people realize. Developing routines that serve you rather than restrict you creates freedom within structure. The right constraints don't limit possibility, they create it. The most important lifestyle question in your 30s isn't, how does this look to others? But rather, does this actually enhance my life in meaningful ways? Chapter 8: Purpose and Meaning That Actually Matter. The existential questions often hit differently in your 30s. The initial dreams have either materialized or shifted, leaving space for deeper questions. Find your ikigai, where passion, talent, purpose, and opportunity intersect, not in some grand, dramatic revelation, but in the small, daily choices that align with your authentic self. Balancing ambition with contentment becomes the great dance, striving while simultaneously appreciating what you already have. We chase external markers of success, then wonder why achieving them feels hollow. It's like following a treasure map, only to find someone else's treasure. Interesting, but ultimately, not what nourishes your soul. Make meaningful contributions to the causes that matter to you, not from obligation, but from genuine connection to something larger than yourself. Understanding what enough means for you personally creates liberation. It's the antidote to the endless more that our culture promotes. The most important purpose question in your 30s isn't, am I successful enough? But, am I living in alignment with what truly matters to me? Chapter 9. Wisdom that actually matters. Your 30s are when acquired knowledge begins transforming into wisdom. The difference between knowing something intellectually and embodying it fully. Learn when to trust your intuition versus your logic. Both are powerful tools, but knowing which to deploy becomes increasingly valuable. Embracing life's contradictions creates surprising freedom. Structure creates flexibility. Vulnerability creates strength. Boundaries create freedom. We search for clear, binary answers in a world made of spectrums and contradictions. It's like trying to understand the ocean by capturing a single wave. Fascinating, but inherently incomplete. Practice mental rehearsal techniques to prepare for challenges, visualizing not just success, but the obstacles and your response to them creates genuine resilience. Learning the true source of your stress triggers transforms reactivity into choice. When you understand the why, you gain power over the what. The most important wisdom question in your 30s isn't, what should I know? But, how can I embody what I already know in a deeper way? We've covered what actually matters across multiple domains of life in your 30s. But what really makes the difference is the integration. Recognize how these areas connect and reinforce each other. Financial stability creates space for career risks. Better health enhances relationships. Wiser time management supports deeper purpose. The greatest gift you can give your future self is integration today. Not perfection in any single area, but harmony across them all. We compartmentalize our lives, addressing each area in isolation. It's like trying to fix individual instruments without considering the orchestra they're part of. In your 30s, lay foundations that will support you for decades. Not from fear or obligation, but from genuine care for your future self. Small, consistent actions today create exponential results tomorrow. Your 30s aren't about having it all figured out. They're about figuring out what actually deserves your precious time and energy. The question isn't whether you're doing your 30s right. The question is whether you're spending this decade in ways that your 40, 50, and 80-year-old self will thank you for. What actually matters in your 30s is giving yourself permission to build a life that matters to you. Not to your parents, not to society, not to social media, but to you. And that might be the greatest gift of this transformative decade. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on what I just shared. Oh, and there's more. I've just started a Patreon to help support these videos and connect with you more directly. Check out the link in the description if you'd like to join.